before I blow the mic away. No homo.
So obviously the whole Hassan feeling like he was, you know, Wack was trying to make a move, and how like this whole new story where it's like when he was on the pod, right, everything looks good, everyone's vibing, he leaves, right? Next day or whatever it is, he releases a new video on his channel, and he's talking about how, you know, he had his guys in the car, it's gonna get ugly.
How many guys did Hassan Campbell say he had there with him?
Did he mention 3, right?
I thought he said he had about fucking 10 people inside and 10 people on the outside. That's what I thought he said. I could be wrong, but that's what it sounded like he said.
I thought 3.
What, you thought he came with 3 people? Wack 100 said he came with 7.
Well, Hassan came with 7?
Yeah, he came with 7 people. He said he come with 7 people, but fucking what was we just talking about?
Basically
the aftermath.
Yeah.
Alright, so for me, alright, so if anyone knows Wagwan about the aftermath of Wack 100 and Hassan Campbell, so to my knowledge, what I heard was Hassan has gone on Clubhouse and overheard a conversation of Wack 100 basically taking the piss out of Hassan Campbell, saying, yo, he G-checked the nigga, he pressed him, he was asking him about the African Bambata situation, more or less mugging the nigga, like asking him did he like it, did he take it up the a-hole, blah blah blah. Now apparently Hassan was offended by these remarks and these comments, and he was so infuriated by these comments that he released audio of a recording that he had with Wack 100 over the phone. Now let me ask you this, if he had never heard Wack 100 talk about him, do you reckon he would have released that audio?
No way, he would have waited.
He would have waited,
He would have waited until something blew up. That's his play. He would have waited. That's his play with Wack. You know exactly what you're getting with him, so same way how Wack just moves so mad in that underworld, like it's just like, oh, man.
For me, his reasons for releasing the audio was a bit trivial. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's guys in the industry that have heard some of these remarks that Wack 100 said towards a certain individual. We'll get to that moment in a bit. But for some reason, I don't think Hassan Campbell should have released that audio, to be honest.
Definitely not.
I don't, because not only has he like maybe tarnished his relationship with Wack, which I really think he doesn't even care about, to be honest at this point, but he's painted this whole new narrative against Nipsey Hussle, Big U and Wack 100, all because of some remarks that Wack 100 said about him. Now, do you reckon that is Hassan's ego flaring up and trying to defend himself, or do you reckon like he genuinely cared about Nipsey's death and he wanted to expose these men to the world?
Nah, Hassan comes across as sensitive. He's sensitive. That's why it is.
Yeah,
he's sensitive. So basically what he's done now, he's just flamed up his whole platform, or even his own personal life.
Yeah.
Like if I know Hassan, like I'll keep the conversation so short. Like they're gonna be about nothing. We're gonna talk about the weather because I know this guy's already recording guys now.
Yeah.
So I can't really get into anything real.
No one's getting on the phone with Hassan anytime soon. You know what I'm saying? But
you need to text. No, forget texting. I'll see you when I see you.
Yeah, I see you when I see you, bro.
We're talking
We
person.
won't even do a voice note, fam. We'll just meet up at a restaurant.
Or by a waterfall.
Alright, but what's your thoughts on Wack 100 having a good interview with Hassan Campbell, 6ix9ine, seemed like the energy was good, but then after going on Clubhouse saying that he pressed Hassan Campbell? What do you think of that?
That's Wack. Wack being Wack.
No, but what do you think of it though?
That doesn't make sense. It's like,
I think that is Wack. Genuinely, I think that is a dead move.
Of course it is. But I'm trying to look at it from Wack's point of view. Like Clubhouse is home base. He needs to always be on fire when it comes to Clubhouse. Like he can't come to Wack will never come to Clubhouse talking about real issues. and how to solve them.
Yeah.
He's always on smoke. Like
He's always on
he's
smoke.
not there to, like, he'll say he's there to build an artist and he's working with this and trying to do this, but if you actually deep what he's saying and what he's doing, like, he might be talking for an hour and a half. Like an hour and 25 would be about smoke.
Some irrelevant shit that don't mean nothing.
But
it is entertaining.
So that's what I'm saying. So it's like every time he sits down and looks at his schedule, he's like, alright, cool, I'm going on Clubhouse. What am I going to talk about? If you ain't got nothing to fucking smoke about, alright, cool, Hassan, get in the mix.
Yeah, I think it was a bit uncalled for him to just take shots at Hassan Campbell like that. I mean, he was in person with the guy. And for me, it didn't seem like you guys had any issues. It felt like this was the beginning of a new friendship.
Facts.
That's what it looked like to me. So it was sad to see it go the way it went over some comments that Wack 100 made. I do feel Hassan could have just hit up Wack by himself and be like, yo bro, like, why are you pressing, man? Like, why are you talking bad about man? But he went to the extreme and he released an audio of Wack 100 basically spilling the beans. Now in this audio, as everybody already knows, he discusses how Big U's a snake. He's a guy that's not, you shouldn't trust. He said Nipsey Hussle didn't get killed because he called the other guy a snitch, but apparently Nipsey got murdered because he was the snitch. Not only that, Nipsey was indulging in some, in some activities he was saying, but then when Wack broke down what these activities was, he's basically saying that Nipsey was gay and he was helping Nipsey by making sure the tape don't get released. So, hearing this type of information, what's your thoughts on such a large pile of information? Like, what do you do when you hear information like that?
Normally you want the person in question to address it, so it's like, you know what, first off, even before I even start speaking, R.I.P. Nip, like, let that man rest, like, let him rest. Like, fair enough, stuff would come out, cool, but you have to look at it in a wider context. Like, the man's dead, he can't even defend himself, and even just speaking about Wack saying he's trying to stop the tape from coming out, you stop the tape by giving it to my man and he destroys it or whatever. You know what I mean? That's how you stop the tape. You holding on to the tape is extortion, fam.
I want to know who the fuck recorded that shit.
You know what it is? Like, you have to remember as well that not everyone is born into those famous families or dynasties. You know what I mean? It's like, obviously you're running around doing shit. Like, remember when video phones came out when we were out and about on the road? Like, come on, man. Guys were doing a lot. Like,
happy slaps.
You know what I mean? Happy slaps. And obviously we're filming our little vids of girls and stuff. Obviously consensually. Not no
funny shit.
Yeah, not no funny shit. 100% not. So it's like, you know what I mean? Guys were active. So.
But why would Nips even record something like that? Me personally, I don't believe.
Yeah, of course. But it's just the fact that I'm trying to think of it like, everybody wants to get rich and famous, but some people actually do end up getting rich and famous. They might not have had that idea that they were gonna make it. You know what I mean? So it's like, you might have recorded something and then it got lost and someone's had it and.
But why would you record that type of act on camera?
It could be someone.
Does Nips even come across like that type of guy that would do that? But I don't know him.
But we don't know him. But from what he portrays,
we've seen him
doesn't. You know, we have, yeah. But from what he portrays, he's a very smart guy. But at the same time, we've all been dumb kids. Even up to a certain age, I was doing dumb shit when I was 19, 20, 21. So like, you still have your dumb moments even though you're smart, and that's just how life goes. You can't be on point 100% of the time.
How do you think How do you think this information being released will affect Wack 100?
If the love for Nip is real, it's gonna make it very sticky for him. It's a very sticky situation.
Do you reckon there's gonna be repercussions for Wack even saying that?
It puts the rolling 60s in question. Because number one, he's talking about Big U, he's talking about someone that's... Obviously, I'm from London, like the UK, so I can't really tell you...
East London.
Come on. But I can't really tell you how Crenshaw is, like with the love for Nip. But from what I know, the love is real.
The love's real, man.
So
the love's real.
if this is out in the public being discussed about, then come on, man. Like, it puts their whole block, their whole regime under question. Like, everyone, come on.
I get what you're saying. It does seem a bit questionable. So now we heard the rumors, but there was also a lot of insinuating that maybe Wack was trying to extort, Wack and Big U was trying to extort Lauren London for 30% of Nipsey Hussle's estate. Like, and not only that, they're insinuating that Big U may have had a part to play in Nipsey's death. Now, when you hear just this audio tape being released, and then all these type of accusations and allegations come with this type of rumor, how do you think this is going to end?
It becomes a very dangerous situation because people can then obviously start, because obviously as a Nip fan myself, I want to see this thing come to a conclusion. I want to know what happened. So once that audio like this starts being released, and then you start tying stuff together, because even when Nip died, the whole Shitty Cuz story didn't make sense. Like, the amount of time that's passed on, we still haven't seen no snitch report on Shitty. So it's like someone would have popped out and said, look,
bro,
you know what I mean?
What are you trying to say?
So basically what I'm trying to say is that the amount of time that's gone on here, right? Once this kind of information starts coming out, it starts painting a new narrative on Big U, because now Big U's everywhere. I like.
Yeah, we've heard the rumors that Big U may have not liked Nipsey Hussle, but Big U has squashed them rumors to rest. But now hearing this audio and Hassan Campbell painting these conspiracy theories, I don't know, man. I just feel.
You know what it feels like? It feels like this is how Suge should have been moving. This is how
Suge was moving worse by the looks of it.
This is how Suge should have been moving, because Big U right now, he's got that, you know what I mean? He's got that public image where it's like he's trying to do the whole reform thing. Being on the roads. I know that certain guys like Big U never retire, fam.
Yeah.
Like, they're not gonna just be
if you're a real nigga and you see Big U, you know not to fuck with that nigga.
Facts.
You could just see it in him. He reminds me of a few niggas I grew up around.
I guarantee if you're researching, he's got a rag.
Ah, come on, bro.
I know he's got a rag.
He's got blue fucking rim lips or something, fam. There's a piece of dark blue hidden somewhere. But I just feel like, you know what? This audio being released to the public opened up a can of worms. Now Nipsey's legacy's being tarnished. Some people may even believe these rumors and think, Nips was gay and he was doing suspect stuff, and he was snitching. As far as the whole gay thing, I really don't believe it, to be honest. And even what Wack described, it sounded very sus, but I didn't hear Nip was doing some homo activities himself. So I don't know about that. And when it comes to Nipsey being a snitch, I don't know where that comes from. Maybe it might come from Nips trying to work with the LAPD to help squash all the gang beef in the city. Because I'm pretty sure if Nip was alive and he was a snitch, that information would have came out ages ago.
Of course it would have.
So
immediately.
Nips being a snitch, I personally don't believe it and don't want to believe it. And I do feel maybe in the future times we might hear some news come out, and maybe, you know what I'm saying, maybe it might be good news, maybe it might be bad news, but I just feel other people have heard these rumors, have heard these allegations, and it stayed silent until Hassan Campbell heard about this. Now that Hassan Campbell has released the audio, and there's speculation on Wack 100, speculation on Nipsey Hussle, and speculation on Big U, fam. What do you reckon the repercussions for Nipsey Hussle, for Hassan Campbell's gonna be for releasing this?
It depends on what Hassan Campbell's next move is. If he's trying to go into the major lane now, then there's gonna be a situation where it's how do you want to be known as? Why are people even going to be looking into you? Because it feels like from Hassan, it's just a knee-jerk reaction. He got sensitive about what Wack said. He done something stupid. In my opinion, he done something stupid. He shouldn't have done it. He should very emotional. So now it's like with Hassan, it's gonna put him in a lane where you have to be careful about fucking with Hassan. Let's especially when he's trying to do the whole crossover and live shows and whatnot.
But does Hassan need to cross over, bruv?
Well, at one point you do. Look at all the big podcasters now. They're not even big podcasters. Just look at all the YouTube channels now. Eventually they step forward and beat a face. Like Academics, he was just a channel.
That's the only guy you're gonna bring up. No one else.
There's other.
Because SBTV have stayed on SBTV. I mean, not SBTV. Gram Daily.
Even guys
have stayed on Gram Daily. Cause
some dickheads.
Vlad TV. Hold on, Vlad TV has stayed on Vlad TV. Cause
some guys.
You gonna say what? Drink Champs on Revolt.
Nah, I'm talking about one of them guys doing boxing now, fam. That guy doing boxing now, man. He started off as a YouTuber, Jake Paul. Yeah, Jake Paul. Them guys there, fam. Like, even KSI.
Yeah.
Like, he was a YouTuber, now he's releasing music and he's a boxer. You step in front, you become your own person.
You know what? Yeah, I feel where you're. That's
what happens. That's what
happens.
happens.
The
real
what
big
you're saying,
YouTuber.
but I do feel that
like Mr. Beast and them guys.
Their transition was a bit more natural. As in, like, those are things they just wanted to do anyway. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, the KSI and Jake Paul fight just ended up turning into something bigger.
I guarantee, listen, if Hassan does crossover, I swear down he'll reach
crossover
out.
To what though?
Mainstream.
Give me an example, fam.
Like how Academics is now. Like he's mainstream in the culture.
Nah, bro.
Ack is mainstream in the culture.
Ack is mainstream, yeah, but the crossover you're talking about is the everyday struggle thing. I feel Ack was mainstream before that, to be honest, but the everyday struggle brought him to another plateau. So you telling me Hassan is gonna do what, a team up with another YouTuber or something?
No, I'm not saying that, but
it looks like that's what the next move was.
Yeah, to get himself to be in front again, to be his own, not in the game, but to be his own personality.
Yeah.
Because that's what like when you're a YouTuber, you get to a certain level and then you become a personality. That's just how the game is now. Like even that guy, what's his name? The top gamer guy, I forgot his name, PewDiePie, whatever his name is. Like man's his own entity now. Like he started off doing the whole game thing and now he's just on
yeah, but
that's the goal for all YouTubers now.
I get where you're coming from, but I think I should be a bit more specific. Alright, let's take PewDiePie for an example, and we're not gonna stay too long on the subject here. PewDiePie, from what I understand, is a YouTuber, right?
Yeah.
And he still is a YouTuber, right?
Yeah, to a certain degree, yeah.
What was the transition he made that made him a bigger star?
When guys like me started to know about him, and I don't even watch his channel.
That's not a transition, bro.
That's mainstream, though.
What? That's not a transition. What Ack done from doing videos in his basement to now hosting a show with Joe Budden, that's a transition, fam. You understand what I'm saying? KSI being a blogger and then now doing fucking boxing and releasing
But you know what
music.
I'm saying, though, man.
But what I'm trying to get at is Hassan Campbell don't need to transition. There's no transition for a man like Hassan Campbell. All he does is just get bigger on the platform till he reaches TV, and he's too raw to go on TV. So as far as that transition, I feel the transition was hooking up with guys like Ack and Wack, and now he's kind of tarnished his relationships with them. I think he's just gonna just stay on YouTube, to be honest, and just to stay on his own thing. It seems like a guy like Hassan, when he teams up with people, there's more problems than solutions. I don't see Hassan making that big transition to where he's a household name. I see him being a big YouTube star, same way as PewDiePie is a big YouTube star, but is PewDiePie a household name? He's not.
I'd say yeah.
He's not. PewDiePie is definitely not a household name. Like 1 billion%. If PewDiePie is a household name, fam, then Hassan Campbell's a household name as well. Maybe in the Bronx, fam. But you get me, fam. But anyway, my thing is, I feel Hassan Campbell definitely jumped the gun by releasing that audio. He should have kind of thought more about it before he done it. I do think he jumped the gun. Hopefully, this is the end of it. Nothing happens to him. Nothing happens to Wack, and life goes on. But I think moving forward, he may have tarnished a few relationships with people in the industry. What's your thoughts, bro?
Definitely get down to it. So yeah, we'll see what Hassan Campbell's next move is gonna be. I want to see what Wack's gonna do, especially in the whole situation in LA. So let's just keep locked in. We'll see what Wack's on.
We'll see where that goes. I think Wack's cool, to be honest, cause he's still on Clubhouse. He's still doing his thing. I don't really see anything super firing off, but yeah, let's see where the fuck it goes. You get me? But it's your boy Bobby D LaFleur. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And yeah, man, let us know if there's any more other topics you want us to cover, man, because we're trying to bring that heat for you, man. You get me, fam? But we out this glizzy.
Posted getting money on the east side. I dropped a pin and told that bitch pull up.